Support a man at his lowest, and he may repay you back by cheating at his best. Thank you.
You don't get a reward for helping a man at his lowest time. And let me tell you why. Because most of the time, he doesn't see you as his blessing, he sees you as his witness. A witness to his struggles, his failures, his insecurities. And instead of gratitude, he'll feel shame. And that shame, he'll project it onto you. That's why so many women give their all to hold a man down, only to get left behind once he gets on his feet. Because you remind him of a version of himself that he's trying to forget. So stop thinking loyalty in his lowest guarantees love in his highest. Sometimes the only prize you get is heartbreak.
See, I hate to be a I told you so ass bitch, but didn't I tell y'all to never help a man when he down because all he gonna do is resent you for it later on? All he's gonna do is feel emasculated. And now we're seeing that shit unfold with Keke Palmer and her baby father. Didn't I tell y'all that he was a bum? On the podcast, didn't I say that? I told y'all that he was a bum and she was doing everything for him. And that never works out. It never works out in the woman's favor because when you do everything for a man, you make more money than him, you put him on, you give him a job, whatever you do. When you help a man when he's down, when he get back up, all he's gonna do is resent you for helping him out, and he's gonna feel emasculated. And an emasculated man is a dangerous man because now he gotta do something to show his masculinity. He gonna cheat or he gonna put his hands on you. I'm telling you. And now we see it all unfolding with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. I told y'all that he was a bum. I told y'all that she put that boy up. I told y'all this. And I'm not saying, oh, I told, I said it. But I'm just saying, like, this is a perfect example why you never help a man when he's down. Because he will resent you for it later on and show his ass.
I wish that more women understood that just because you hold a man down when he's at his lowest or when he doesn't have a job or something like that doesn't mean that when he's successful, he's gonna still pick you. Like, I see it so often, like, you will hold a man down and then when he's successful, he's running off with some chick that's like 20 years younger. Like, I see it too often. I'm sorry, but that whole ride or die chick act, I'm sorry, but it has a lot of y'all looking stupid in the end. I'd rather be independent and build my own empire and then have a man be an addition to my empire. And I'd rather meet a man that's already established. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not Bob the Builder. I can't build a man, and nor would I want to. Y'all could go ahead and build a man if you want to. You're going to build him up and he's going to be better for the next woman.
Don't build with a man. Don't invest in a man. Don't suffer with any man, because when you build with a man, it's building the future of another woman. These are the type of advice that a lot of you young girls, ladies, want to listen at. My question is, that man that you met that has already been established, that is ready-made, who do you think built with? Of course, it's another woman that built with him. And along the line, maybe they didn't agree and they both went their separate ways. That's why you met that man already established. Why can't you say your story will be different? Your own case will be different. You will build your own relationship with your man. You guys will invest together and live together till death do you guys path. Your story must not be like others. Let me tell you, if you keep having this mentality of not building with a man, of not investing in your relationship, you will never have any active, serious relationship that would last 3 months. Because men of this generation now are looking for women that are active. They're looking for women that can also provide when they are down. They're looking for women that can lift them up when they fall. They're looking for women that they can count on if things goes wrong with their business or job. They are not looking for women that are stingy, women that keep things for themselves. My own is my own. My man own is our own. Men are not looking for that type of women in this generation. If you keep picking this advice of not building with a man, you will enter menopause, you will enter 50 years without having any active, serious relationship that have ever lasted for 6 months. That's the bitter truth. If you like, You don't listen, but you will learn it the hard way.
The unfortunate reality of building a man as a woman is that men have low self-esteem. So when you help him build and he becomes something better, he's going to find a woman who did not settle for his low and who only sees him as who he is now. And he's going to love that. He's going to love that view. And he's going to think, wow, there's a woman, not consciously, because men don't have conscious thoughts, but subconsciously, he's going to think, there's a woman who wanted a high caliber man, which is what I am now. And also, when you help build a man, he's forever tied to the fact that you helped him get where he is, and that's not good for his ego. So he needs to replace you with a woman who was not part of his success, but who will buy into the idea that he himself built himself to where he is now. You are a nasty little reminder that he is not self-made, because he could never have done it without you. So don't waste your time building.
I don't believe in building a man.
Yeah. Nah, come on, dog. Don't say that. Don't
I'm
say that.
serious.
No.
I'm serious. That's the one thing I've stood
also-
by. I want to find, and I don't mean this in a bad way, as ready-made a man as I can find.
I will say this as many times as it takes. Stop building a man. Why? Because when you build a man, you take from yourself. All for him to take everything he learned and on to the next girl. Meanwhile, you're left with wondering, where did this man go? I just poured my life into him, my energy, my resources, my skills, my patience. I got nothing in return.
And what you don't realize is that there are men out here who are not going to wait to learn on the job. They're not going to come to change. They're going to come prepared. They're not going to make elementary level mistakes. No, they're going to plan the dates. They're going to buy you the flowers, buy you the chocolates without making you seem like you're the crazy one for asking those things. And I don't care what religion you belong to, what caste, what creed, what faith, what culture, in almost every single one of them, it says that a man should provide and that a man should want to provide. But when they don't is when they want to be provided.
Don't build men. Find a man a woman built. The sad truth about building a man, men have very fragile egos. When you help him level up, he won't thank you. He'll find a woman who never knew him broke. Why? Because she only sees the man that he is today, and his ego loves that. See, you are a reminder that he didn't build himself, and his ego can't take that. This is why it's important that you don't go around building men, because men don't appreciate that. They resent that. Stop building men and find a man a woman has built. Be smart and remember, I told you.
Men never picked a woman that did so much for them. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you didn't build this man up, help him with his resume, help him get a job, help him build a business, help him flip his money, help him when he didn't have no credit, help him raise his children on some you wasn't nobody before I met you type of thing, thinking that you're going to get a return on your investment or somehow this man's going to be indebted to you and do right by you because you helped him with all his... He's not, okay? This is the same man that will go and find a woman who's not doing half of the things that you're doing and give her the sun, the moon, and the stars because she makes him feel like a man. It's just what it is. He didn't ask you to do all of that. And do you think he want to look at you and think like, oh, this woman helped me build my life? He's not your child, right? It just never works out like that. So do me a favor and save your time, your money, okay, and all of your energy because it just never rolls around like that, baby. Either he's going to be like, thank you, peace out, or he's going to be like, I didn't ask you to do all of that. I didn't ask you to do all of that. It is going to be a conflict of interest. So.
Listen, guys, this is to all the ladies. The more money a woman has, the less options of men are available for her. But the more money a man has, the more options of women are available for him. That is why we do not build men, because you could be building him for his dream girl. Wisdom.
You invest in a man and you help build a man, it's harder for the man to just take off and leave.
Says the man who cheated on his ex-wife with his current wife. Says the man who used and abused his ex-wife when he was broke and didn't have a pot to piss in. She held him down. Whole time he was cheating on his ex-wife with his current wife. So right now his current wife, who was his former mistress, didn't have to lift a finger to help him build shit. His current wife slid in right in time as his career was skyrocketing and his pockets were fattening. His current wife is enjoying the fruits of his labor. He dogged the fuck out of his ex-wife, the woman that helped him when he had no money in his pockets. This advice he's giving to women is purely hypocritical of him.
Do not date a guy who has less than you. Less money, less ambition.
In the very beginning, he's going to be very nice. He's going to be very charming. He's going to give you lots of sex. But I'm going to tell you what's brewing inside of him. That jealousy and that envy. He envies the fact that you are so ambitious. You're a go-getter. Everything that you have, you worked your ass off for it. Your college degrees, your home, your car, your job title, your career, the nice clothes that you wear, everything, your whole lifestyle, you worked your ass off for it. And he's not going to be able to hide his envy or resentment but for so long in that relationship until he starts bullying you and degrading you. Then he will deliberately go out and find a woman the total opposite of you to cheat on you, to break you and humble you. If he's broke, then he's fucking miserable and he's going to make you miserable.
Men never pick the woman that did so much for them. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you didn't build this man up, help him with his resume, help him get a job, help him build a business, help him flip his money, help him when he didn't have no credit, help him raise his children on some you wasn't nobody before I met you type of thing, thinking that you're going to get a return on your investment or somehow this man's going to be indebted to you and do right by you because you helped him with all his he's not, okay? This is the same man that will go and find a woman who's not doing half of the things that you're doing and give her the sun, the moon, and the stars because she makes him feel like a man. It's just what it is. He didn't ask you to do all of that. And do you think he want to look at you and think like, oh, this woman helped me build my life? He's not your child, right? It just never works out like that. So do me a favor and save your time, your money, okay? And all of your energy because it just never rolls around like that, baby. Either he's going to be like, thank you, peace out, or he's going to be like, I didn't ask you to do all of that. I didn't ask you to do all of that. It is going to be a conflict of interest. So
I train men like dogs to get what I want. If you help build a man, he will do you dirty in the worst way imaginable. You don't help with taxes, you don't help him find a job, you don't help him with finances, you help him with nothing because he will leave you. And not just that, he will do you dirty in the worst way imaginable. Cheated on with a best friend, cheated on with a fucking mum, a sister, dad, brother, whatever. Most women don't understand is when you help build a man, you subconsciously emasculate him. You turn him into a little bitch. Even though it may be a nice thing you're doing, you're helping him financially, you're helping him with a place to stay. He will never look at you as his dream woman. He will look at you as someone that's made him weak. You have subconsciously made this man weak, so he will resent you. He will resent you subconsciously and consciously forever. Personally, I wouldn't be with a man from rock bottom, but let's say you are. You let him do it on his own, and you're there for support, moral support. That is your job. You're not there to help build.
Stop dating men who don't got their shit together. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to stay down with your nigga if you're going through hard times, but just jumping into a situation with somebody that's not all the way together, it's never a good idea. To put things into perspective, that's just like if a man's preference is skinnier women, right? And, he meets you and you're a curvier woman. What makes you think that that man is going to settle for you? Like, granted, he very well may try to talk to you. He may get your number. He might even have sex with you. But he's never going to settle for you. As soon as that man is able to attract the woman that he really wants, he's going to leave you. Whether it's him getting his money up, whether it's him being in a better state of mind, whether it's him, gaining the confidence that he needs to attract these type of women, he's going to get whatever it is that he came to get out of you, and he's out of there. So if you know you don't want a man that does not have his stuff together and that cannot add value to your life in any way, shape, or form, why would you settle for that? You're going to wait around for him to get his money up? But in the meantime, between time, he treating you like shit and making you go through all these hoops and hurdles and shit just to have peace with him? Are you waiting around for him to get his shit together so that when he gets his shit together, he can up and leave you because he most likely settled for you? I've seen firsthand that a lot of men don't even respect that because you didn't stand on your worth and really demand what you deserve. When you settle for a man that comes with the absolute bare fucking minimum, that's all you ever gonna get out of that man. Stop doing that shit.
Okay, so I don't care what nobody say. I
feel like one of the biggest problems with modern dating is that a lot of people want to build. Like, I believe that two stable people can come together and make more, but a lot of people struggle with codependency issues. If you don't have yourself together, you don't need to be dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I done struggle with this. Like, unless you in college working towards something, or unless you just happen to meet somebody, but you should not be actively trying to be with somebody else when you ain't got yourself together. This is why people are going on dates with people they don't like. This is why people are in relationships with people they're not attracted to. This is why people are in toxic relationships, and it just be because they're not stable. Like, I don't care what nobody say. It shouldn't be no 50-50. It shouldn't be no provider, man. It should be two people coming together 100%. Both people with money. Both people with motion. Both people spoiling each other. Not just, no, y'all codependent and trying to be broke, rubbing y'all dimes together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fun to be in a relationship when you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that. Like, that's one of the biggest problems. Like, if you don't have you together, you don't need to be seeking nobody else. And then when you build a life with another person, like, you don't know if that person clean. You don't know if that person responsible. If that person was to pass away, anything could happen to that person. That person could lose their mind. You have to be stable.
Never, ever build with a man unless you are an architect and that is your business partner, and you're going to get that paycheck. You're going to get that contract deal, but you are not married and you are not sleeping with that man. Okay? Never build with a man ever if you have any type of self-esteem. If you're already building with a man, slowly start pulling out. Stop paying this, stop paying that. Fake lose your job. Take some vacation days, pretend like you lost your job, and see if he's going to kick in and do his manly duty. If not, you know who you are, the Bob the Builder chick. Okay. Some men base their relationship only if you are able to pay some money and provide. If you can't provide, they don't want you. You kick to the curb quickly. That means you're not their type. They wouldn't do anything for you. You're not the love of their life. You're just their Bob the Builder who's going to get them to the type of woman that they truly want. So just take a realistic look at yourself. Don't overreact emotionally if this is you. Start making your plan. Don't overreact. Don't even say nothing. Start executing your plan to get out of it, to start paying anything and see if he's going to kick in. Have your little savings, whatever, so that if he decides he doesn't want to be with you because you're not going to help him be a man, then you need to go ahead and leave and be a full woman by yourself and let him learn how to finish being a man.
Do you know what's one of the dumbest things you could do as a woman? Build a man for another woman. Wasting years of your life focusing on him and building him and glowing him up rather than building yourself. And then one day he leaves you for someone else who did none of that stuff for him. Now you might be watching this and you think, Anna, this is common knowledge. I would never build a man for a different woman. Are you sure? Because why are you always picking up the phone? Why are you always cooking? Why are you always cleaning? Why are you always checking in with him? Why do you always make him the protein shake after he's been to the gym? You always have to check in with him, how he's feeling, if he slept okay, if he's eaten. Why are you shopping with him and putting together an entire new wardrobe, buying him shoes, clothes, having an entire glow up, putting together an entire new wardrobe and skincare routine? Because let me ask you this. For what? Why are you putting all this energy into him? This is a grown-ass man. He can look after himself. He can cook himself. He can clean himself. He can fold his own laundry. If he needs a t-shirt, he can go to the shops and buy it himself. If he uses a 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, let him use that. Do a glow up on yourself, but instead, you're choosing to put that entire focus and energy on him. You're making him the black cat, and you end up in the golden retriever role chasing and pursuing him. The more you do for him, the more desperate and needy you look, because he knows you're trying to overcompensate. You're trying to get his approval through your actions. The less you do for him, the more he's gonna do for you. The less you come his way and you pull away just ever so slightly, he is forced to come your way. Stop giving yourself up for him and wasting your precious time on this planet. You are building a man for another woman. Let your man build himself. Stop giving yourself up for this man. This is a grown-ass man. He can look after himself.
Women these days don't believe in building with men anymore, and I can't even blame them, to be honest. It's really hard not to understand why. Too many women gave their all to men that had no intentions of protecting their emotions or protecting them in general. These men these days, they don't lead with purpose, and they take this provider term to an extreme. Like all women are gold digger when we say we want a provider. Providing doesn't have to mean financially, because I don't want a man that provides for me just financially only. You have to be able to provide for me in other ways. So you have women out here that has given their time and energy to men that ask for submission without direction. Men that want loyalty that they hadn't earned. And then on the flip side, men are losing trust too, because they're watching more women become selfish, more guarded, choosing from fear instead of purpose and faith. And it's not a case where they don't want love. We are tired of being disappointed. It has gotten to a point where both sides are just surviving. Nobody's interested in building, nobody's interested in partnership. We've confused independence with isolation. Everybody is independent these days, but the truth is we are just running away from the world. Everybody just wants to be in their own bubble. And we've also confused protection with avoidance. Men cheat out of ego, and women detach out of exhaustion. At this point, nobody is growing. Everybody's just being avoidant. Everybody's just being guarded. But if we want real partnership these days, it's not about perfection, because I think a lot of people are looking for perfection. Everybody wants to build their own perfect man, and everybody wants to build their own perfect women. Real partnership is about finding your person, and you guys share the same vision, and we have shared values at least. The truth is, fear will always make you choose comfort, but this word alignment, I stress it so much because I feel like it's overlooked. Alignment will make you choose growth. And if we want a love that lasts, we have to stop choosing from pain. That's the only way we'll ever build again as a group, as a collective, as human beings.
The best help you can offer a man when he is going through challenges, suffering, is to encourage him. Yes. As simple as that action, that is all you need. And that man will appreciate you for that. These men are not the way we think they are. Some of you think, if I do this for this man, if I give him my money, if I support his business, give him money, do this stuff, he's going to value me all his life. It's not true. They don't reason that way. If a fellow man does it for him, he may do that. He may remember that man. In fact, he may even train the man's skills for him. But you see, you that is a woman, it is not the same. You have emasculated him by doing what he could not do for himself. And most men, for the majority of men, if not all, will despise you secretly for doing it, but they will not tell you this. Because someday you will remind him you did it, and it will bruise his ego. There's this neighbor of mine that got into a fight with a man, and guess what was the problem? She had helped this guy when this guy was broke, when he had nothing. She was lending him money. According to her, she said it was borrow, but the guy said it was dash. So when this guy now became stable, had money, the girl was expecting this guy is going to marry her. That's one problem. When women help you, they expect something for you. They expect you to marry them or to pay them with love. So this lady was expecting this guy to marry her, but this guy did not marry her. And this guy went to pick a lady that did not know anything about his history. That is what men do. The majority will do it. So if you like, the same, my own will not do like that until it happens to you. He went to pick this lady that does not know his history, and this one started eating the money with him when things were okay. This girl could not take it. She was angry. So she went to his house on this day, entered his house, and based on she used to be his girlfriend, the brother that allowed her to enter, and this girl entered, and immediately she reached there, she picked his iPhone that was on the table. The guy was inside. Before he could show up, she picked the iPhone, picked some things there that she felt was of value, as in the iPhone also, and ran away. I think she even broke something there and she left the house. Do you know that this guy did all he could to get her, and he took his iPhone from her, and the girl was making noise that you're going to pay me the money I gave you back. You know that even the men that settled the matter, you know what they told this girl? They told her that anything they didn't do for friendship and for friendship, both man and woman, anything we didn't give each other, so she cannot hold favors she did for him during friendship against him now. That it was what they did for love. And the long and short of it all, they begged this guy to find something for the girl. After having all the disgrace, people gathered for them. You know how much this guy gave this girl? 30K. This is a guy that this girl says she has spent hundreds of thousands on. Women, I know they learn. Some of them will still come to my comment section to say it's not everybody. It's not all. You want it to happen to you before you will learn, Abi? No problem. It's your own is not like that. It's not all men. They will still come to you will see them in my comment section.
Listen, ladies, I need you to hear this with your whole heart. Never build a man at his lowest. Not because you're cold, not because you're selfish, but because history has shown us over and over. Again, men rarely stay loyal to the woman who pulled them out of the mud. When a man is at his lowest, he's not looking for love, he's looking for rescue. There's a difference. He's looking for anyone who will take his pain, his stress, his confusion, his anger, and dump it on. And women, with our big hearts, we always step forward. We cook for him, we comfort him, we motivate him, we become his personal therapist, his provider, his coach, all while forgetting ourselves. And you know what happens? The moment he finally stands up, breathes, and feels strong again, he remembers who he wanted to be with, not who helped him survive. Let's be honest. Most women who build a man end up watching him go shine for somebody else. Somebody who didn't struggle with him. Somebody who met him at 100%, not at 5%. Because when you build a man from zero, he doesn't see you as a partner, he sees you as a crutch he no longer needs. Ladies, hear me well. You deserve a man who meets you with stability. A man who is already standing on his own 2 feet. A man who can love you without drowning you. Stop mothering men. Stop trying to fix men. Stop thinking love will transform. A grown adult who doesn't want to transform himself. A man at his lowest doesn't need a girlfriend. He needs discipline, healing, and responsibility. And that's not your job. Your job is to protect your peace. Your job is to build your life. Your job is to choose a man who chooses you, not one who needs you as an escape route. So let this be your new rule. If he's unstable, unmotivated, emotionally broken, financially lost, step back. Don't invest your time, your energy, or your future into a man who hasn't even invested in himself. Let him fix his life first. Let him grow into the man he's supposed to be without draining you in the process. Because the truth is simple. A healed man will love you better than a man you had to rebuild. Ladies, choose peace. Choose stability. Choose yourself.
If you help a man when he's down, he will shit on you when he's up. Never date a man, never help a man when he's at his lowest. Instead of feeling gratitude, he will feel resentment towards you. First of all, a broke man is a mean man who is in survival mode. Their burdens become your burdens. And if you're a nice, generous, empathetic person, they will feed off your energy, but they will view you as weak and gullible. Your big heart looks like a sweet lick to them. And as a giver, you have to know your limits because takers have no limits. The day that man finally gets on his feet and gets his ducks in a row, he will not hesitate to dog you out, dump you, and get with a female that he does not have to build with. Listen to Auntie. I'm speaking from experience. These men will destiny swap with you. When I met my ex-husband, I was 22 years old with my own apartment, my own car. I had 2 dogs. I was making my own money, doing everything on my own. I moved out of my mom's house when I was 18, fresh out of high school, and I have never, ever been back. When I met my ex-husband, he was 21, living at his mom's house, fresh out of jail, catching the bus to his job at Burger King. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why did you get with him? Love bombing. That's another story for another day. 9 years later, when we got divorced, he terminated our lease, making me and his kids homeless. Gave me a car that was in his name, purposely took it back, so me and his kids had to take the bus, turn the car in so his new wife could ride in a brand new car. All while he drives a BMW and gives me less than $100 a month for 2 kids because he has to pay his rent. Like, I don't gotta pay rent. Child, he couldn't wait to humble me and try to ruin my life. Because the moment he met me, he was jealous of me and just used me to elevate his life. While I'm thinking we're happily married, starting a family, during the divorce, he told me he couldn't wait to make me a single mother. He gave me kids just to slow me down. We listen and we do not judge, because I am not the first woman nor the last woman that saw a man's potential and decided to build a life with him and ended up getting screwed in the end. Probably one of the biggest life lessons I've had, and if I can teach even one woman the game, I will feel justified about my journey.
Don't fill out no application for that man. He would never fill out an application for you. Don't let that man drive your car. Make him walk. Don't put shit in your name for that man. No car, no apartment, no TV from Rent-A-Center. Don't let no man move into your spot, especially if you got kids. Don't lend that man no money and do not help him out with none of his bills. If he goes to jail, let him rot in there. Don't put no money on no books. Don't bring your pretty ass up to the jailhouse for no visitation and no jail calls. Stop cooking for your situationship. Broke men don't deserve no pussy.
And the number one rule, don't get pregnant.
You are never ever going to let a man gaslight you into thinking that you should build with him. And I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments, but I don't care. Because those men are going to be triggered. They're going to be triggered because what I'm saying is the truth. No man ever respects a woman who sticks around during his dog days. Ladies, men are the kind of people who determine their value and their worth based on the wealth that they can acquire. Not you. Not you. No. Women are wired differently. We put emphasis on relationships. We value relationships in our lives. It's those relationships that fulfill us in life, right? And if we do well, we do well. But men are different. Men literally center their lives around getting resources. That is the only way that they're able to feel good about themselves. So that's why broke men don't like themselves. Dusties do not like themselves. Broke, dusty men do not like themselves. They are depressed. They are miserable. And any woman that is with them right now is miserable too. Because if a man is not happy with himself, best believe you're not going to be happy in your life. Because he will drag you to the pits of hell. Yes, ladies, when a man is not where he needs to be in life, where he's not where he wants to be in life, he doesn't like himself. Because they base their worth and their value on what they can acquire in this world. They base their worth and their value on the money that they make, their status, what they achieve in this world. So when you stick around with a man during his dog days, during his broke days, you know, when he finally gets to where he needs to be, when he finally gets to where he wants to be in life, he does not want to be reminded of the past. He does not want to be reminded of that weak man that he was. This is just their thoughts. This is how they think. We don't think they're weak. You don't think he's weak, but he thinks he's weak. And that is the problem. He thinks he's weak. Because every man has a higher self that he's trying to achieve. Every man has a dream car. Every man has a dream woman. Okay? They want the shiny toys. That's why men with money have access to multiple women, a variety of different women. And guess what? They love it. They know that their money brings them access to those type of women. They love the idea that they can buy access to beautiful women. The only men who are worried about gold diggers are the ones who literally don't have a pot to piss in, who are not where they want to be in life. And if they worried less about women trying to dig the gold that they don't have, they could actually be where they want to be right now. But they spend too much time worrying that a woman is going to come and take their imaginary wealth. Okay? Yeah? You get the gist. So this man does not want to be reminded of his dog days. No. That is something that he wants to forget and he wants to put to bed. Because now he's taken on a different persona. He has a different identity. He is this high value, successful, wealthy man who can get access to anything and anywhere and anything that he wants. And you remind him of a time where he couldn't do those things.